want sparkling? Yes, okay. Fine. Oh. Okay, welcome Roberto Martinez. Welcome Nicol de Brabander again. You can ask first questions, Nico, Proximus.
Okay. Hi, Coach. Hi, Roberto.
Hi, Nico.
So the newspapers had a lot of attention, of course, for the fact that it's your 50th game in charge of the Red Devils tomorrow against England. The first one was against Spain. Tomorrow it's against England again. Two special countries for you. So 2 questions. Do you somehow believe in fate, and how important is it for you to reach that number after 4 years?
Yeah, I didn't look at it that way. It's a nice way to see it. Yes, Spain, obviously, I was born in Spain and I became a coach in England. So 2 special countries. And I was 50 games is a big landmark in international football. I think at club level football, you achieve that with 1 season. And international football is a real good period of time. We've been through qualifying times. We've been through a big tournament like the World Cup. So it's a moment of real satisfaction, not just for me, but everyone that has been part of the Red Devils during the last 4 years, and the way that he's been able to maintain the Red Devils in the number 1 FIFA rankings for 2 years. I'm very, very satisfied, and I would thank all the players that have been involved and every member of the staff, that team, around the team, that they've been always creating a high performance environment.
If you look back at the previous 49, which one is the first one that comes up?
Difficult. I think you get them all in a way. I would say that from every game we've learned valuable information. I think as a coach, when you arrive into the national team, it's a very difficult dynamic to almost work on the information that you get in games. If I need to highlight a game, obviously it will have to be probably those values that you enjoy in a dressing room. Being 2-0 down against Japan in the biggest tournament that you can have, and being able to win the game, and without breaking, making a big statement in World Cup history, with a team that he never came back from 2-0 down in 90 minutes. The last time was in 1966, and 2 players that they come in from the bench, super subs, and they score both. I think that's what pleases you as a coach. So that will be the game, looking back, that probably brings a bigger smile to my face.
But there's more to come. So tomorrow, your 50th, winning that one would be nice as well. All players have tested negative on COVID-19, which is a relief. However, we all wonder if Romelu Lukaku is able to play. How is he doing?
I think in international football, you get a lot of benefit from working individually with the players. It's not a period of quantity, it's more quality. And we were very pleased with the session that he had yesterday. It was everything under control. And obviously we got another session today, and I feel quite positive. Still a doubt because he needs to join the group. But I'm very pleased the way that he came through the session yesterday. And I would say that every player he looks available for the game. Probably only Jeremy Doku, Leander Den Donker, and Dedrick Boyata will be tested today to see if they're 100% for the game. If not, they'll be available for Wednesday.
Thank you, Roberto.
Thanks,
Pleasure.
Nico. Next one. Wouter de Smets, VRT. Wouter.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Good afternoon, Walter.
Last month you were disappointed, of course, after the game at Wembley. What do you want your players to do differently tomorrow?
Well, I felt that it was such a close game, and a game that we had under control in the first time. I think we allowed the game to go away from our control in the second half. And I think that's just the second 45 minutes. It is something that we could improve on, is in that period. I think the first half, we were very pleased with what we did and what we were trying to do. And from that point on, tomorrow it just becomes a game that we got another opportunity to be at home and try to extend the 45 minutes into a 90 minutes. I didn't feel in the second half we control the 2 boxes well enough defensively and in front of goal. So I think that's an area that clearly we want to improve tomorrow.
Just a minute ago, Kevin De Bruyne said that winning the Nations League is too far away to be a motivation right now. How is that for you?
Yes, I think it's fair to say that what we want is to try to get into that first spot in the group, and that comes with 2 games. There are 2 games in 4 days, so as you can imagine, it's a very small space, and the only thing we got in mind is try to be as good as we can in these 2 games and see where that takes us. But the focus now will be to finish top of the group, and from that point on, I would agree that until that happens, you can't really look any further.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Wouter. Next one. François Nicolas.
Hi, Roberto. I have a question. Last time, the Nations League ended not that good for Belgium with that loss against Switzerland. Kevin De Bruyne said it wasn't a game that the players were talking about now in the dressing room, but is it maybe something you want to use to have a bit more motivation with the players? Like, it ended really bad last time, and a victory, even a draw, was enough. How are you going to use that game for your speech tomorrow and also before the game against Denmark?
Yeah, I don't think that's a game that is relevant for us. I think that game was very relevant for our qualification campaign. I think we were able to use it to go to Russia and being able to be ahead in the scoreline and being able to manage the game. I think the disappointment of the Switzerland game was to be 2-0 up and not being able to manage the game away from home and with that scoreline. And I do feel that we improved in that respect, and we learned from that game, and we took it into the qualification campaign. I don't think we would have won 10 games out of 10 without that defeat. I think tomorrow is more of a completely different approach to the game. We play at home. We got 2 home fixtures, obviously England and Denmark. We know of the quality of the English team, and I don't think we can use that specific game in Switzerland, even though it's the same competition.
Okay. Merci. Next one.
Hello, Roberto.
Mario.
Hello, Mario.
And congratulations for your mark.
Thank you.
I would like to know about how is Eden, because he had yesterday a test. I don't know how is the situation now. And also, if because of what happened at Wembley, you are preparing this match tomorrow, especially from a point of view of mental to your players to be ready for any inconvenience and so on? Thank you.
Yeah, well, I think the first situation with Eden Hazard, we are working with the medical department at his club, and at the moment still not available to travel. Is still getting rid of the virus. Is still in a positive condition. So at this point, Eden will not be available for the game on Sunday. And in the second part, yes, I think that we got hurt at Wembley with the result at the end in what it was a very, very close game and a very different game in the first half to the second half. And I think if there's anything that we need to take is that we had the game under control in that first half. We didn't take our chances, but then the second half, the game went away from our control. And I think that's something that we need to have in mind tomorrow. And it's almost knowing why and what happened, really. But it's a great opportunity to be at home, to make sure that we take the 3 wins that we already have into a good position. And the game in Wembley is very fresh for both sides. I think both nations know each other really well, and I do expect a very close game just for that reason.
Thank you. John Murray, BBC, England. John?
Roberto, if Harry Kane plays tomorrow, it'll be his 50th appearance for England. How would you describe the way that he's developed his game, particularly over the course of the last couple of years?
Hi, John. Yes, well, I didn't know about our landmark of 50 games. I didn't know about Harry Kane, but I know how much is a demand for a player nowadays to get 50 caps. And I think that shows you the commitment that he has for England. And I think his evolution of a striker, obviously, I had the opportunity of seeing Harry Kane developing and growing as a player, going out on loan from Spurs and then starting to play. And I think he's evolved into one of the most clinical number 9s in the world football. And you got a very modern target man in Harry Kane, someone that he can assist, he can play. He's got great finishing stats. I think he's a very complete striker. But it's a wonderful story of seeing a young player how to develop, going out on loan, getting different experiences in different clubs, and then becoming this iconic player for Spurs and for England.
Okay, thank you, John. Markman Bryans, yeah.
That's Stephen.
That's Stephen. Okay, yeah, sorry. Okay, go ahead, Stephen. Steve, you can go.
Hi, Roberto.
Hi, Steve.
Roberto, we've just been speaking to Gareth Southgate earlier today, and just on the Harry Kane theme, and you'll have seen his developments, of course, as you just said, in England. Gareth has said that, you know, it's quite conceivable that Harry could become the greatest England goal scorer ever, and because of his stats at the moment and his time being on his side, he could pass Wayne Rooney's current all-time scoring record. Do you think that's within his grasp? I'm not suggesting, you know, you're wanting him to score against you guys tomorrow, but do you think that's within his grasp?
No, absolutely. But I think I'm nobody to give an opinion. I think Gareth Southgate is the perfect man to answer you that question. But I would say, as an outsider, that I think the development of Harry Kane has been outstanding, and as a player that he can break all sort of English records for the national team, I wouldn't be surprised at all. He's got the potential to achieve that, and I think that there are not many strikers that you would say that. I think the record of Wayne Rooney is quite clear and is an impressive stat. I think Harry Kane is well in a position to achieve that.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Steve. That's it for today.
Thank you, gents.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.